but don't invest your money in him. If you're much better off on your own, making your own investment decisions, you can make a fortune in the next year on your own. They want to lose 70% of their money. You know, you can invest with Peter Schiff. I mean, don't invest with somebody that doesn't spend any time doing due diligence on companies, spends his time going on TV to promote a book, and the whole purpose of the book is to promote open an account with Euro Pacific Capital. When I'll tell them about the gold companies that I like, I'm not an investment advisor. I don't tell people to buy or sell any stock. I just tell them what I think that they need to research. And, you know, my #1 gold pick, which I announced November 3rd, is up 126% already. So everybody who invests with him lose their money. I think, you know, I'm on the right track with this. And, you know, they need to act now. I can't put a timetable on it, but the gold stocks are starting to run right now. These foreign stocks are so risky and speculative because there's no transparency. Does Peter Schiff go over there every day and actually check out these companies and check out their books, find out if they're real companies or not, if their financials are for real? He talks about, you know, how low their PEs are, how safe their dividends are. Their dividends are not safe at all, and their PEs could be fake. You know, there's no way of really knowing if these earnings are for real or not. At least in America, you know, there's some accountability with companies. There's some transparency that everybody can go online to Yahoo Finance, read the financials, go to SEC.gov, read the SEC filings for the companies in the U.S. But when there are members of my site that email me every day saying that they have accounts with them, and they're down 70%, and they're coming to me because they want to start investing on their own, because, you know, they trusted this guy because he was right about the economy. He gets all this credit on TV. There's a YouTube video, Peter Schiff was right, gets 1 million views. And, you know, they trust this guy. They read his book. It's a very compelling book, very interesting book. You know, he's a very good writer. He speaks very well on television, but he just doesn't know how to invest.
What you talking about, Will?
In fact, the funny thing is, the only evidence that they potentially say that they have is they have a brokerage statement that was sent to a blogger in December, I think, or January of 2009 by one of my clients. And that particular client, according to the blogger, his portfolio was down 61%. Now, this person started their account near the highs of the market, and of course, near the lows of the market, they were down 61%. Now, I think the overall stock market was maybe down about 50% during that time, 40 to 50%, I'm not sure exactly. And he was down 61%, and that is the proof that I've lost all my clients all their money and they don't know what they're doing. Well, you know, it was one thing to have made that claim back then in January of 2009, but given that this is April of 2011, and we know what's happened since, you certainly cannot base that statement now on that account. Now, of course, you never could, because that was one client. And again, I'm talking here now not about past performance, which of course doesn't guarantee future results, and I'm not going to get into specific performance. I'm talking about this from a legal point of view. Is this defamation? Is this libel? Now, if you take a look at that portfolio, anybody can see it. In fact, it's still up on the internet. There were 15 stocks in that portfolio. Of those 15 stocks, 10 of them were resource stocks. There were 3 gold stocks, 1 silver stock, 1 base metal stock, and 5 energy stocks. 67% of the portfolio was mining and energy. Now, that's a very big weighting. Obviously, that's what this particular client wanted, because, you know, all the accounts are different. But if you go to that period of time, between mid-2008 and the end of 2008, this gold and silver stock index, the Huey, was down 70%, and the energy stock index, the oil services, was down 70%. So those 2 indexes got killed. What have they done since? Well, since the lows, the gold stock index is up 400%, and the oil index is up 300%. Anyway, let me go and continue this conversation after.